What's up, guys? One Koala Man here, bringing you guys episode number 8 of our fairy tale reviews. And check out this hat, guys. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I look pretty darn cute with a hat. But anyways, enough of me being cute with a hat. Let's get the show on the road. So we start off this episode with kind of a bit of a background of what Lullaby is and how it was created. And it was created by the Black Wizard Zeref. And the Black Magic Wizard Zeref, not the Black Wizard Zeref. And he was a very, very powerful force to be reckoned with in his time. Now, I'm pretty sure he's dead by now, but he made this demon flute lullaby using black magic. And what it does again is with the notes of the lullaby, people will go into eternal slumber. People that hear it will go into eternal slumber, probably forever. Well, enough of the flute for right now. But now we go on to bigger matters at the moment, and that is the fight between Aragorn and Natsu. And the last time when we stopped in the fight, Aragorn had a, what was it, like an armor made of completely made of wind, and he was using it to block Natsu's fire. Well, not block, but redirect Natsu's fire. So they're going at it. Aragorn's talking smack because he's got the upper hand right now, and he's beating on Natsu a lot. He's just knocking him around like a pinball. And then Natsu's anger drives him. He's kind of like the Hulk. The angrier Hulk gets, the stronger Hulk gets. The angrier Natsu gets, the stronger Natsu's flames get. And when Natsu was getting super angry because he couldn't figure out a way to beat Aragorn, Happy managed to, you know, add some more salt to the wound, and he says that Natsu's super bad and he should have let Gray handle Aragorn, and that just makes Natsu blow up. And what Natsu does is actually pretty interesting. His flames were so hot. I mean, not Happy gave a explanation, but I don't remember the explanation. He gave an explanation of how it was happening, and I guess Natsu's flames were so hot that he was drawing in the wind from Aragorn to himself, and Aragorn ended up being completely vulnerable after Natsu, took care of that. And Aragorn was questioning himself, like, who is this guy? And he found out that Natsu is a dragon slayer, so that means he slays dragons. But it's kind of weird because he was raised by a dragon, Igneel, when he was a kid. So why would he be raised by a dragon to kill dragons? I don't know, I'm sure we'll get an explanation eventually. But he finds out that Natsu's a dragon slayer, and Natsu just finishes Aragorn off to end that fight off with a fire dragon. I believe it was Iron Fist. I don't know, he's got like 4 fire dragon moves. But either way, he completely obliterated Aragorn. So after Natsu defeats Aragorn, of course, by sheer coincidence, the squad finally caught up to Natsu using the Magic Mobile, and Urza is completely drained because the Magic Mobile has a little cufflink on it. It connects to like a wizard, and it uses their magic ability to drive around. And the faster you go, the more magic you use. And Urza was killing it with the speed, but they finally managed to reach Natsu. And they're saying congratulations on beating Aragorn and all that good stuff. And then Shikamaru V2. I mean, I thought on the way there, Gray and Urza, or Gray and Lucy were talking to Shikamaru V2, and I thought that he was gonna, have a change of heart. But obviously, no. He found the lullaby just laying on the tracks, the railroad tracks, and he took them and he managed to drive off in the Magic Mobile to Clover. And I just saw a bunch of skipped frames. I don't know if it'll show up in the final. I hope it doesn't. But anyways, he shows up. He leaves the scene and goes towards Clover, and the squad, of course, follows. So we finally make it to Clover, and Shikamaru V2 is spying on the building at where the council meeting is taking place, and he catches Makarov. And Makarov, this man is looking pretty much at Playboy, looking at all the female wizards, saying, oh, these are so much better than the wizards of my time. Oh, Lord. But anyway, he catches Makarov red-handed. Makarov says he was studying or researching, quote unquote, and all that, you know, goes to whatever. And Shikamaru V2 notices that is Makarov of Fairy Tail, and so he offers to play him a song from his flute, because the hospital, because from that fight with Natsu, you know, Shikamaru V2 was all bandaged up and all that good stuff, and he was saying the hospital wouldn't let him play any songs, so he asked Makarov if he could play a song from his flute, and the flute is the Lullaby flute, the demon flute, and Makarov reluctantly says okay, and Shikamaru V2 holds it up to his mouth, and he almost starts playing it when he starts getting flashbacks of what Lucy was saying, of what Natsu was saying, of what everything that went down that day, and he kind of has a change of heart somewhat, and Makarov starts giving him a lecture and starts pulling the heartstrings of Shikamaru V2, which leads Shikamaru V2 to dropping the flute on the ground and falling down to all fours and saying that he surrenders to Makarov. And I guess so he had a change of heart. So what's going to happen next with the demon flute? I'll tell you what's going to happen with that flute. But before I say that, I forgot to mention that little did Shikamaru V2 know was that Bob, the very flamboyant Bob, how could you really forget Bob? If you forgot Bob, I'll put a picture like right here of Bob. But anyways, Bob, Goldmine, and the squad are spying on Shikamaru V2 and Makarov. And after Shikamaru V2 drops the flute, they're all, you know, happy, you know, saying congratulations to Makarov for stopping the demon flute from being played. And then the Lullaby starts, you know, conjuring up some dark, evil magic, and it transforms into its true form, so to speak. And this thing is ridiculously big. Like, legit. This thing is bigger than some of the mountains. Well, maybe not that big. But it is ridiculously big, and people are just underestimating it. So it shows its true form, first of all. And it shows its true power. And this mother can shoot a beam, like a hyper beam, through a mountain and blow that mother up. Lullaby blew a mountain up. I mean, how many people can say they can blow a mountain up? Not that much. That is ridiculous. He blew a mountain up. It's hard for me to imagine. How are these people going to possibly stop this thing? But whatever. I don't know. I don't know. So, of course, the squad, being the squad and doing what the squad wants to do, they decide to take on Lullaby. Well, just three of them. Natsu, Urza, and Gray decide to take on the Lullaby. Lucy and Happy are just doing whatever. Shikamaru V2 is just, like not starstruck, like in awe of what he's witnessing right now. So they manage to dish out as much as they can, their most powerful attacks that they possibly can, and it does nothing. It does nothing. The Lullaby is thinking that they're doing nothing, so he's charging, or he or she, whatever, is charging up the final attack, and that is going to be the Lullaby, the song. I just brain farted right now, but it's charging up the last attack, and it unleashes it, but it's like kind of like a whistle sound, and it's kind of embarrassing because it doesn't do anything. It's not like the final attack, all the build up for nothing, and turns out that Natsu, Gray, and Urza weren't attacking it to like defeat it. They were attacking it to, you know, poke holes into it or whatever so the air could flow through the Lullaby demon, and it actually worked. It actually worked, and so it was like super ashamed of itself. And then the squad unleashes their final attacks, and Urza re-equips into this legit looking armor. It's not as legit as the other one, showing off her big, you know, eyes, but it's really cool. It's the black something, black angel, black armor, I don't know, black something. I'll remember it, but it actually powers up the attacks of whoever's wearing it, and we see Gray, you know, finally doing his ice make magic, and it's pretty legit. It's pretty legit. Seems to be whatever he says, like ice make hammer, ice make, machine gun. I don't know. He can make stuff out of ice. And Natsu brings the power of his left hand and his right hand and brings Fire Dragon Brilliant Flame, which is just a big ball over his head, kind of like a spirit bomb, and just chucks it at the thing, at Lullaby. And that's the end of Lullaby. So that ends off the episode pretty much with the defeat of Lullaby. I was going to say Delilah for whatever reason. But that's the end of the episode. They all happy, all lovey-dovey to each other. And honestly, guys, I was all over the place today with this episode. My mind was here, my mind was there, my mind was everywhere. I had brain farts everywhere. I feel like I was stuttering. I know I repeated myself a lot. I apologize, guys. I don't know why my mind was everywhere. Probably because it's finals week next week. And I'm kind of nervous about it. But, I mean, who isn't nervous about finals week, right? But anyways, the question of the day. I might be nervous for the finals week, but I'm not forgetting our question of the day. And it pertains to the flute. The demon flute of Lullaby. So, the question is, what instruments do you play? Or, if you haven't played an instrument like myself, what instruments would you want to play? For me, I'd probably want to play I think it's sitar. You know, like in movies, you see in like India, they're like sitting down playing the many strings of the guitar or whatever. I'll put a picture of it. It's funny. I've always wanted to play that. It seems like a cool instrument. But realistically, I'd probably want to play guitar or piano, or maybe ukulele. I actually like the sound of a ukulele, even though I'm not from Hawaii or ever been to Hawaii. But I've always wanted to play a ukulele. So leave your suggestions or leave your preferences of instruments down in the comments below. So that ends off today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Leave a subscribe if you want to see more videos. And be sure to leave a comment of the question of the day or, I forgot the or, or of, like, just a discussion about the episode. What were your thoughts about it? What did you think of the style of it, the fight? We finally saw our first major fight between humans and whatever Lullaby was. But anyways, be sure to follow me on Twitter, and I mean, that's about it. Oh! Also, before I forget, keep your eyes peeled out for next week, because there will be an update video along with something else. I can't explain what. I will not explain what. I'll just leave it at that. Keep your eyes peeled for both things next week. Not tomorrow. Next week. And as always, guys, have a good day.